Hello and welcome to Tech Deals Game Performance Review Time. Minecraft. We're playing Minecraft today on this $700 CyberPower PC gaming computer. I've previously reviewed this computer and a link to that review will be in the video description below, but this thing is a beast. Intel i5 6th generation 4-core processor up to 3.4 gigahertz. This thing is all the CPU power most people need. 8 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte hard drive, but most importantly, AMD's brand new RX 480 dedicated gaming graphics card. This thing is a beast. For $700-ish, you really can't do any better than this. This is the computer in the summer of 2016 that I recommend most people buy for gaming. We are playing at full HD 1080p resolution. I do have the frame rate counter running up here. This is Fraps. I will record this over several different settings. Yes, for those of you immediately ready to leave a comment, is this computer overkill for Minecraft? Yes, in the default configuration it is, but there are shaders and enhancements and upgrades you can make to Minecraft that will change that. But I'm going to show you something really simple. The first thing we're going to do is go into, well, before I do that, I'll show you the options. In video settings, I've made two changes. I've turned VSync off to allow the frame rate to run as fast as it can, and I've set max frame rate to unlimited. Everything else is normal. Single player, create new world, and of course it has to be called, what else? Tech Deals. Game mode creative, and I use the same seed for all of my game performance videos to give the same world to everyone. So Tech Deals. Let's see how long it takes to generate this world. Shouldn't be very long, couple seconds. Loading world, building terrain. There you go. We are currently running at 200 and something frames per second. Now, that's a bit crazy, but keep in mind that this computer for the default configuration of Minecraft is overkill. But there are shaders and enhancements in Minecraft that will bring this down. I'm going to hit F11, which will turn on the frame rate recording. Now, in Minecraft, by default, F11 also toggles full screen mode. I've changed that so I can hit F11 to do my Fraps runs. I'm just going to record just a little bit of time running around here on the ground. This won't take very long. At the end of this, I'm going to show you the results, minimum, maximum, and average, and frame performance over time. Take a look at all those cubes. Now let me climb up into, wow, look how fast this is. What's down here? Now we're in the dark, but it still has to render stuff. Now let's climb back out. Now let's go up. Perfection. Now, this isn't hard. Of course this computer will do this. Minecraft will run on integrated graphics on a computer half this price. That's not the impressive part. Let me hit F11 to stop that Fraps run. So Fraps run number 1 was default configuration. Let's come in here to Options, Video Settings, and set the render distance to 24 chunks. That's actually, 24. That is a big deal. Why? Because when you set your render distance twice as far, you have got a much, much, much bigger world for the game to keep track of. That puts stress on your CPU and to some extent on your graphics card. Done, done, back to game. And now you're going to watch the world render much further out. Now as an option, you could download and install higher quality shaders and graphics in lieu of a greater distance and stress it as well. We're doing 120 frames a second, F11. So as I turn around, it doesn't take the graphics card very long to render the world. Look at that. No issues. Let me come back down towards the ground because, of course, you don't play Minecraft floating up in space. Let me hit Shift. There we go. Is there any issues here? No. Look at this. I mean, this is... So we've got render distance set to double the normal distance. As we smash up our nice pretty world, but that's okay because I make a new one for every video. And this is why we're in creative, because it lets you smash everything. Let me climb up. Okay, what I want you to try, if you're a Minecraft player and you play on a lesser machine, you play on maybe integrated graphics, maybe you have a computer that's a couple years old, try setting your render distance to 24 chunks, try installing shaders, set those details higher, and see what happens to your performance. Yeah, maybe you have a good machine and it runs fine. But what I want to show you is that you can take this far beyond the normal. Let me hit F11. I've stopped the Fraps run. I'm going to show you all three results. Let's go nuts. Options. Try this. 32 chunks. That's insane. And we are running graphics fancy, just to be clear. Back, done, back to game. Now, this will slow down. I expect it to. F11 to start a run. I'm going to climb up and really make this nuts. You can see an awful... Now, when I turn, of course, it has to render the world. It's not that bad. It's working on it. It's thinking about it. There we go. Come on, computer. Plays perfectly. This is smooth. Now we're going to look at the three runs and the 3 frame performances at the end of this. And of course, again, you don't play Minecraft up in the sky, do you? I mean, I guess maybe a few people do. Give it a few seconds to render out because it's got a lot to render. Now, a lot of what's happening here isn't the graphics card. It's that Intel CPU. A faster graphics card wouldn't actually do what this is doing at the moment any faster than this because rendering the graphics is CPU, but figuring out the world and drawing the details of the world is your processor. But this is a really good processor. Wow, look at all of that. F11. Let's go take a look at all 3 of those results run and see just how impressive this computer really is. And we're back with the results. The first run at all the default settings, 236 frames per second. Of course, a minimum of 185 and a max of 355. This computer is massive overkill for Minecraft at 1080p. Please note, this is at 1080p. At 1440p or 4K, this computer will play Minecraft just fine as well, or multiple monitors if you want a huge viewing environment. What about the second run where I set 24 chunks of viewing distance? An average of 138, a minimum of 76, a max of 3. That was completely, totally playable, no issues whatsoever. That would have been fine, frankly, again at 1440p or 4K. What about 32 chunks of render? Okay, 32 chunks of render is a bit nuts. Normal situations in Minecraft would not require it because if you're on the ground, unless you're doing screenshots or something, you can't see that far anyway. But if you want to, I do this to demonstrate just how good a good computer really plays it. That's an average of 163 frames per second. But note, minimum of 52. Where was that? Let me show you. This is a plot of the frame rate over time of the third run with 32 chunks set. The minimum was right at the beginning at just over 50 frames per second. It quickly went up in performance. Even when we were high in the sky rendering everything, it did very well. Why is this drop here? It was over 200 frames a second for a lot of that. Why did it drop down at the end? Probably I turned the camera and it was struggling to render all those rocks right towards the end. Here's the thing. That's a ridiculous scenario that normal people aren't going to play with. At least I don't think so. If you play it that way, then that's fine. But I don't think most people do. What I want to demonstrate is that this computer has all the power in the world that if you want to install shaders, customize it, load up your own graphics, change it around, run at high resolutions, you can do anything you want with Minecraft with this, and it's going to run, frankly, just fine, even at higher resolutions than 1080p. Do I recommend Minecraft for this computer? Sure. At default configurations, it's overkill, but it gives you the room to do anything you want with it. Like this video if you like it. Don't if you don't. Remember to subscribe to my channel. It's the big, huge red button down there. If it is not red because you've already subscribed, thank you. And if you've not subscribed, subscribe now for future performance videos on this and other machines, how-to guides, hardware unboxings, and all sorts of cool tech-related deals. Leave your comments in the comments box below the video, and check out the video description where my link to the original review of this computer is, and most importantly, the link to Amazon where you can go buy it. I bought this computer off of Amazon. They have it for a really good price. Go check it out. It's for $700, you really can't do any better than this. I love this machine. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.